Recording. Hello. Today is February 1st, 2014, and I am, what is it now? 4 days. I'm 4 days on testosterone, which is super exciting. It's happening. It's happening. Part of me can't even believe it. I haven't made a video. I did make a video. Well, my partner helped me make a video, 10 minutes on testosterone. It's very short, but I was able to post it on Instagram and share with some folks, and it's cute. I think it captures kind of my elation in that moment, because it was just a really exciting, pretty surreal moment. Yeah, so I guess I'll talk about what that day was like and what I've been feeling like since. Obviously, no real changes, but I suppose mental changes. Just the way that I've been thinking about this whole process has changed since now. There's kind of a sense of relief in terms of that really long decision making process being somewhat over. And now a new stage is starting, which will bring new challenges, no doubt. But the weight of that decision being off of my shoulders has really changed the way I've been feeling about things, and it just makes me feel really good. I have, while I haven't, of course, experienced changes because it's been just a couple days, I have been super hyper aware of everything that I've been feeling, everything that my body's been feeling, all of my emotions. And me and my partner actually have been joking that it's like this game show called Is It the Tea? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the new game show, Is It the Tea? My head hurts. Is it the tea? Oh, my toe kind of stings. Is it the tea? I'm feeling kind of down. Is it the tea? All these things that, I would have probably felt anyway, that I definitely have felt throughout my entire life, like somewhat irritable, like I have a headache, like, like my muscles are sore, or I'm really excited and adrenaline is pumping. But now it's like everything that I'm feeling could possibly maybe be because of the tea. And so I don't know. I feel like they should have put it on the consent form that I signed. Like, could cause hair growth, acne, wondering all of the time whether everything that you're feeling is because of the tea. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I went, I'm insured through Kaiser Permanente, and so I went, my doctor's through there, and I went on January 28th, about 4 days ago, which is the day before my 26th birthday. I turned in my consent form and my letter. My doctor said, you're good to go. Go upstairs, pick up your prescription, go down to the nurses downstairs, and they'll show you how to give your injection. And so I don't know, I felt like super thankful that I'm as informed as I am. So I felt like I had to self-advocate a lot. The pharmacist didn't know what gauge needle to give me, didn't know that he should give me a larger gauge, like an 18 gauge to draw up with, which I just knew about from research and knowing people on tea and things like that. So anyway, I went down to the nurse's room, and the nurse was sweet but super undereducated, which was not surprising, but disappointing, just like kind of a strange experience, because I was so excited. And then, I don't know, she was teaching me how to draw it up and was like, so, like, what's this gonna do to you? Are you gonna get, like, hairy? Or, like, are you gonna grow facial hair? I was like, amongst other things, like, yes. And I, like, listed off a few other changes that I feel. She was like, oh, yeah, because I've given female hormones to men before, but I've never given male hormones to women before. It's like, ooh, like, let me just do like just a little correction on the way you're referring to your patients, and kind of explain, like, affirming how people identify, and that most likely if she's administering female hormones to someone, they most likely don't identify as men. And kind of talked about that. And she was like, oh, I'm so ignorant, I'm so curious, I love to ask a lot of questions. And it almost seemed like she was like settling in to like ask me all of these trans 101 questions. And it was like, I run a training program. We can talk about that. I'll give you my card afterwards. And we can talk about, getting your staff trained up, which I think would be a really great thing. But, like, can we focus on my healthcare first? So, yeah, anyway, she taught me how to give my shot, and then was just like, just do it. She didn't do it for me, which I kind of thought she was going to give me my first shot for me to kind of show me how to do it. But she was just like, stick it in. She's like, count to 3 and and do it. And it was like 1, 2, 3, and I got so close, and it was like, and I freaked out, and I was like, I didn't realize I was going to be so nervous. And I realized it wasn't just nerves about putting a giant needle in my leg, but also, everything that comes with starting T, just like the fact that I'd gotten there, that I was sitting there, I had it all pulled up in the syringe and was like ready to go. And just thinking about the whole journey, this long journey that's gotten me to where I am and gotten me to the point where I'm taking T, and then everything coming from, in the future. And just like pretty overwhelming moment of realizing that all of this was going to start, and also having to jab myself with a really sharp needle. So anyway, I did it. I got it in there. It had taken so long. It was like a 2-hour long process. So almost like all the joy and excitement had gotten a bit sucked out of it. But at the same time, afterwards I left, and it was really exciting. I felt all the feelings that day, just like kind of scared, and about what exactly, I'm not sure. It was just kind of this feeling of like, oh my God, this is happening. Like, oh my gosh, some people might not understand. Oh my gosh, this is really happening. It's almost like, I almost felt like cliff jumping. It felt like I jumped off the cliff, and that first day I was like in midair, like, oh my God, this is happening, and feeling all the feelings. Also got really excited. Just had some like adrenaline rushes generally, and since then, like the last few days, it's like I almost forget sometimes that it's happened, and in those moments when I realize it, it's I don't know. It's hard to explain the shift in the way I've been thinking. It's significant. I did have kind of this realization of like, oh shit, like I'm gonna be tied to the medical industry for the rest of my life. And I almost felt like, I don't know, I'd seen people talk about it on YouTube and things before, but hadn't really ever sunk in, just like the feeling of giving myself a shot every week, and how just like, I don't know how heavy that can be. And I don't know, I was looking at the Band-Aid on my leg that first day and was like, shit, like every single week I'm going to go through that. And it just like wasn't easy. It kind of, it stung. But it was just like the medicalization of it all. It almost felt like I was sick, and like now I'm going to be on medication for the rest of my life. And I never have thought about my identity, like my trans identity or my gender identity, in a medicalized paradigm. Always very much thought of it as like gender diversity and identity, and less so like a pathology. So I don't know, it kind of shifted that and just made it feel really medical, which felt a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's well worth it. And I'm sure I'll get used to giving myself shots. It'll just become, I kind of want to make like a ritual out of it. It's like such a ritualistic process anyway. Like you pull this and then this and attach that and then do this, and then it's very like lots of steps. It almost feels like a tea ceremony. Like I could create like a ritual out of it. Holy shit, I was talking about Japanese tea ceremonies, but it's totally a tea ceremony. Like a tea ceremony. That wasn't even intended. That was awesome. That could make it like a really like calming, exciting, almost like rite of passage process for me. So I'm gonna get like a cool box to put all my things in, like a wooden box that I like, and just like make it like a really intentional time for myself. So that's cool. That's kind of an idea I have. So anyway, I don't know why it took me so long to make a video, except that I've been really busy, but also it just like felt like a lot of pressure to be like, oh my God, it's my tea video, like I gotta say all these things, and I've just been feeling so much and just like all over the place, and it's hard to articulate when it's that like complex and scattered. So while I don't feel like I'm exactly at a place where I'm feeling less scattered, I just felt like, in the future I'm really going to want a video from these first few days. And so these are a few of my thoughts. 4 days on T now, and I'm excited for the changes. I'm excited to go through this process, and I think it's really going to do wonders for my self-esteem. Oh, that was the other thing. I took pre-T pictures just for comparisons, for like my own records, and it was an incredibly uncomfortable process. And I didn't realize that I'm never really even alone in my own body, with very little clothes on. And that was an incredibly uncomfortable experience. And then just added to it with the camera, just like that eye on me. And Abigail helped me, but it was bad, and maybe in the best way, right? Like, it was really bad, but it helped solidify even more and just echo all of those thoughts of why this is the right thing for me. And I feel like any time that I have any doubts coming through, or have rough days, or am feeling worried or anxious or anything like that, all I have to do is look at the picture of my fucking butt and realize that this is the right thing to do. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. I don't look at my body ever, and to have like a static photo of the parts of my body that make me just cringe and make me feel really uncomfortable was heavy, man. So I'm glad I have those. I'm glad I have those as a reference, and I'm excited for those to be before pictures, and not my current body, but to be those before, until I can look at some after pictures of how good I look in the future. So with that being said, I'm planning on doing updates. I figure every few weeks would make most sense. I'm trying to take a picture of my face every day, but would like to track my voice, which I'm excited about hearing in new ways. So with that, signing off. Hope you all are doing well. Take care.